Keep a song handy wherever you go, and nothing can ever go wrong. If there's one person I know who knows how to keep a song handy, it's Betty Boop. On today's episode of Animation Treasures, we're going to talk about the queen of the animated screen and her friends Coco and Bimbo. Throughout the 1920s, Fleischer Studios was one of the top producers of animation. One important early invention was Max Fleischer's rotoscope, a device that allowed for more realistic animation as drawings were traced over motion picture footage. To test out his new invention, Max Fleischer filmed his brother Dave performing somersaults and other acrobatics in a clown costume. The results were astonishing, and the response to the cartoon was overwhelming. The film was so well received that Max Fleischer was able to secure a contract with Bray Productions. In 1919, they began the Out of the Inkwell series. Demand for their cartoons quickly grew, and by 1921, the Fleischer brothers formed their own studio. By 1923, the unnamed clown would see a few changes in design and become known as Coco. In 1924, Fleischer decided to go a step further and introduce a new series called Coco Song Cartoons. In between Out of the Inkwell films, Coco starred in a series of sing-along shorts. These cartoons were the first to feature the famous bouncing ball. Could you imagine an entire theater singing together today? In addition to the bouncing ball, these cartoons would feature a character that would appear in the second or third chorus that would hop over the letters. An example of this can be seen in the advertising short In My Merry Oldsmobile. The Out of the Inkwell series ran from 1918 until mid-1927, when the series was renamed The Inkwell Imps for Paramount. The series then continued until 1929. When silent films were being replaced with talking pictures, Talk Cartoons replaced the Inkwell Imps series in 1929. Coco was placed on temporary retirement, and Fitz the dog evolved into Bimbo. He made his first appearance as a humanized dog in the 1930 cartoon Hot Dog. It's not uncommon for cartoon characters to change over time, sometimes going from 4 to 2 legs or changing species altogether. Take a look at Garfield. One example of this is none other than the character who would become known as Betty Boop. A Betty prototype makes her first appearance as a dog in the cartoon Dizzy Dishes. By the 1932 cartoon Any Rags, Betty Boop made the transition to a human. Her floppy ears were replaced with hoop earrings, and her dog nose has been replaced by a small human nose. Also, after many changes, Bimbo now resembles his most common form. In case you've ever wondered why sometimes Betty is seen dating a dog, now you know. By 1932, Betty Boop was the star of Talk Cartoons and was given her own series, beginning with the cartoon Stopping the Show. From that point on, she was crowned the queen of the animated screen.
My weakness now.
Betty Boop is considered one of the first and most famous sex symbols of the animated screen. Most other female cartoon characters at the time were just like their male counterparts, just with a bow and eyelashes. Take Minnie Mouse and Daisy Duck, for example. For Bimbo, it was love at first sight. Theater audiences loved her too. Bimbo and Coco were supporting characters in the Betty Boop series. Sometimes they would rescue Betty from male villains who liked her a little too much. In 1932, she was a victim of sexual harassment in the cartoon Boo Boop a Doop.
Do you like your job? Well, I think if I were you, I'd go so.
Betty Boop's sexuality would later become her downfall after the production code of 1934. This new set of rules greatly affected Fleischer cartoons and would dictate morals in American films for the next 30 years. Today, we're going to take a look at a cartoon from 1933, before the code, Betty Boop's Crazy Inventions. Now this cartoon features Coco the Clown, Bimbo, and of course, Betty Boop. Now, I wish some of these inventions existed in real life. Others, not so much. I don't want to give anything away, so I'll be back after the cartoon. Now, let's enjoy Betty Boop's Crazy Inventions.